All right, let's talk about something that's on everybody's mind. How to navigate your career now that AI is everywhere. This isn't some far-off future stuff anymore, it's here. So, let's just jump right in. So, the big one. Is AI coming for your job? I mean, that's the question, isn't it? And it's a totally valid fear. You see the headlines, you hear all the buzz, and it's pretty natural to feel a little worried about where you're going to fit in.
But here's the thing I really want you to grab onto, and it's kind of the whole point of our chat today. This is not a story about humans being replaced. It's a story about reinvention. And frankly, that's where the massive opportunity lies.
Okay, so to get our hands on that opportunity, we first have to really understand what's actually happening. What is this big shift going on right under our noses?
This breaks it down perfectly. See, on the left, you've got the stuff AI is just really good at, the boring, repetitive tasks. But, and this is the important part, look at the right. While AI is busy with the grunt work, our human skills, things like real problem solving or strategic thinking, they don't just stay relevant, they become our superpower. We get to spend our time on the things that machines just can't do.
And that leads us right to our core strength. Let's talk about those skills, the ones that give us that special human edge in this new world.
First up, creativity. Yeah, an AI can mash up everything that's ever existed and create something that looks new. But that spark, that genuine out-of-the-blue idea that connects two totally random thoughts, that's still a human thing. Next is empathy. And wow, this is a big one. It's the ability to actually get what someone else is feeling, to connect with a colleague, to build real trust. That's something you just can't program. An AI can process data, sure, but it can't feel it.
And finally, we've got strategic thinking. This is all about seeing the whole forest, not just the trees. It's looking beyond the data on a spreadsheet to make those tough judgment calls and plan for the long haul. That's where human insight is absolutely key.
So there you have it. Creativity, empathy, and strategic thinking. You should think of these as the bedrock of your new toolkit. AI doesn't make these obsolete. No way. It actually makes them more valuable than they've ever been.
Okay, so we've got our core human strengths, but what are the practical, must-have skills we need to build right on top of that foundation? Let's get into the essentials.
It really comes down to one core idea: technical literacy. And let me be really clear on this. This does not mean you need to run out and learn how to code. It just means being comfortable using these new tools. You know, it's like you don't need to be a mechanic to be a good driver. You just need to know how to use the steering wheel and the GPS. It's about being the smart pilot, not the person who built the plane.
And this isn't just for the folks in the IT department anymore. It doesn't matter if you're in marketing, finance, HR, you name it. Knowing how to work with these tools is becoming as basic as knowing how to send an email. Now for what might be the most important part of all of this. Because look, specific tools and software, they come and go. So how on earth do you prepare for a future you can't even see? Well, the answer is in what we call meta skills. So what are meta skills? Basically, they're the skills you use to get other skills. They are the engine that will keep your career moving forward. Think of it as learning how to cook versus just learning a single recipe. With the recipe, you're stuck. But if you know how to cook, you can handle any ingredient you're given. And it all boils down to two key mindsets. First, adaptability. That's being willing to let go of old ways of doing things, even if they worked before. And second, continuous learning. This isn't about taking a course once a year. It's about making curiosity a part of your daily routine. This quote just nails it. Everything we know has a shelf life. It's got to become outdated. But your ability to learn new things quickly, that's the skill that never expires. That's your true value.
So we've talked about human skills, tech skills, meta skills. How does all this stuff actually come together in the real world? Let's look at a quick example to make it less abstract. Let's take the South African workforce, for instance. The rise of AI isn't just some threat they have to deal with. It actually opens the door to some pretty amazing opportunities for growth.
Think about it. There's a chance to completely leapfrog old, clunky technologies that other places might be stuck with. You can apply these brand new tools to solve very specific local problems, and in doing so, build an incredibly skilled and agile workforce that is ready for whatever comes next. So, as we wrap things up, it really all comes down to these three pillars. You start with your uniquely human skills. You use your technical literacy to apply them effectively, and the whole thing is held together for the long term by your meta skills, adaptability, and a love of learning.
So if you remember just one thing from all this, make it this.
Stop thinking of this as a competition. It is not you versus the machine. The future belongs to the people who learn how to partner with the machine, who use AI as a tool to make themselves even better.
Which means the power is right back in your hands. The story of what AI does to the world of work, well, you're the one who's going to write it. So the question is no longer, is AI coming for my job? The real question is, what will I build with it?